Classic Hits 96.9 FM. You're tuned into Pal Radio. And good morning. In case you're still sleeping, you're up kwa kitanda, you're like, should I wake up? It's the weekend, you need to like sleep longer, you rest, for the weekend, everything. Right now, this is a sign for you to wakey. It's time for the edge all the way to 1 in the PM with the gas master Aswani
and Tamaz Raul.
How are you, bro? I feel like I've not seen you in like
1 week.
a minute. In a minute.
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm
you guys
good.
Hey, you're going through a lot. I saw you guys crying yesterday.
It's very emotional.
It's emotional.
How
are you handling it?
I'm coping. I'm
just
coping.
1 day.
Yeah, it's just like few hours. Because when I was getting home yesterday night, I got home at around like, let's say 1:30 a.m.
The AM, why?
Yeah, just still taking it in, so processing everything. Yeah, in case you're wondering what we're talking about, is yesterday we said bye to the Groove Queen, and the Groove Queen is the galley who we co-host
top 20 countdown.
Yes, the top 20 countdown. So yeah,
you guys had an amazing chemistry, and all the best to her wherever she's going to.
Yeah, thank you so much on her behalf as well. But at least I have you.
Yeah, no,
I hope you're not leaving anytime soon.
At least you have. No, I don't have competition.
Hey, wow. How has your week been like?
Mine has been great. It's been a 3-day week, so the 2 holidays have been amazing.
Yes.
We thank God for that. It's been great. Thank God for everything.
Any new thing that's happened? I feel like that's just a...
what happened last week? I went for the third service.
Oh, how was it?
It was nice. It was a vibe. People are ready to party for Christ. That one I saw people. Energy was 1,000.
You joined the movement finally.
Finally.
Okay.
Lineup.
In a scale of 1 to 10?
10 over 10. Holidays, 2 holidays in 1 week.
Okay.
2 holidays in 1 week, 10 over 10. Yours is?
I'll give it an 8. Yeah, I'll just give it an 8 because this has been a wonderful week. And also for the first time, last week we were talking about the loud budgeting. Yes. I practiced that. Let me tell you, bro. I practiced that. And I was so proud of myself.
You're like this.
We were going somewhere and I was like, I told my friends, they wanted us to come to somewhere we were going, and I was like, if you're coming, count me out. Like I won't make it because like kidogo budget. I mean
you see, you're still alive.
I'm still alive. And they ended up catering for the cab because it's like I was honest with them. I'm the vibe of the party. They couldn't leave me.
We had a wedding last week.
Oh yeah, a lot happened. That is Daniel Anunda from Pal in the Morning. Yeah, finally off the shelves. Good for him.
We're praying for Apollos. Guys, let's pray.
Wewe usirakishe acha Mungu anipeleke na pesa yake. All right, we'd love to hear from you in a scale of 1 to 10. How was your week and how is your week coming along? Because it's about time that we go to the socials and check what's not happening. I don't know. Let me tell you, the Gen Zs, trust the Gen Zs. Every day you wake up, they'll have a new name for you. Especially when you're like kind of bothering them, they feel like you're
unawapeleka
mbio. Yeah. It's 2025, like a year after 2024 finance bill, right?
Yeah. That was the last year.
So you're also in that moment of the finance bill. Kila mtu anaangalia what is before it is passed hapo June 25th na huko. Everyone is checking, and so people are giving their opinions in one way or the other concerning things that are in the proposed bill, in the bill rather. Yes.
And what has been trending is this one lady called Sophie Mugure. So she came up with this one that has been trending called Kuzurura Bila Break. Kuzurura Bila Break. So this is from what the government has been saying, Kazi Bila Break. That means another term so that they go for, there's one term, there's so many words.
The meaning so was must go tena. Like kuna very many words that they have been people are
using out there.
Yes.
So this young lady, civic activist, has sparked public outrage after accusing Kenya Kwanza leaders and parliament of enabling corruption through the 2025 finance bill. So speaking during a recent forum dubbed the People's Court, delivered a blunt critique of the government spending priorities and oversight failures, drawing wide attention online. So she talked about how people have been using money in wrong ways and saying that we are cutting costs, we are trying to save money, but still their use has been different. So just to quote her, she said legislators cannot oversight this government because they themselves are not a good example. The biggest issue with Kenya is the legislators. What do you think?
I feel like the problem starts with you as an individual, as a person, but I see the sense in this. And also, trust the young people. I feel like we are living in a very woke generation. You know, we don't just let anything slide.
True.
We'll go check the facts, counter check whether you're telling us the right thing. See, ati unatuambia we may propose this, and now we don't know what exactly. We're just relying on what you're telling us through your word of mouth. No, we go to the books and read.
So you see,
to the document.
What the young people are doing now is what the legislators, the MPs, should be doing.
Oh yeah,
because that is technically their job. Why they have been given, people voted them in to oversight the government. But now you see what the young people now have seen a space, a gap. They've seen that these legislators are compromised, so they have stood up and taken it by the horns.
You know, this is clear that anyone is replaceable. Yeah. So replaceable. Oh, okay.
And now when people vote in people in 2027, get young people who have been like holding people accountable so that they can go there and actually do the job with the right structures. Because you see, this lady might speak out online, but she might not have the structures to actually hold these people accountable.
Yes, I see. That's a good thing. Come 2027, you know what to do, because let it not be a matter of young people that you've been talking in, day out, but now when it gets there, we're like, then the same thing happens. You know, the same people, the kind of stuff we've been complaining about. I feel like it's about that time we make a change.
True.
You know, make a change. And now I don't know the next word. Maybe next Saturday we'll be having another word because hey, from 1 term, 2 terms, says ni kuzurula bila break. I don't know.
Kumi bila break.
Oh, right now.
Get your groove on.
Our DJ is about to light up your morning.
But then what did you want to be when you grow? When you were growing up, before you grew up?
What do you want to be? I wanted to be a footballer.
Ah, really?
Growing up.
I thought you fell in love with football just recently.
No. When I was young, I was very good at football. So I was told I could be a footballer. So then when I realized I could not be, then I decided I don't like football anymore. Yeah.
Okay.
What did you want to be when you wanted to be?
First of all, even before I tell you that, which team did you want to play for?
Real Madrid. That's where the name Raul comes from. Raul Gonzalez.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sawa.
I wanted to be somebody and I had a name. What did you want to be?
I wanted to be here.
On radio?
On radio, like
you
just in the media.
Wow.
In the media, so I'm doing whatever.
You're living out your dream.
Yeah, but it changed a little bit when this is from when I was in, I think class 6, class 7 is when I fell in love with media and everything. But before then, I wanted to become a manager of a bank.
I think media is the one that works for you.
Yeah, because
who did you look up to in media? Or who did you want to be like?
Madowo.
Larry Madowo. Larry Madowo. Interesting.
Yes, Madowo is the guy. So because of this, I'm going to be getting into a conversation about adulting. What are some of the things that you assumed is adulting? When did you know that you're actually an adult? Okay, so stick around. 4:30 minutes. Go back to more music with DJ Moray. Is the home of fresh and classic hits 96.9 FM, and right there is Phil Kimemia on that particular jam. That is it Nayo DJ?
Yeah.
Nayo.
Yeah.
Okay, napenda nayo all the way to 1 in the PM. This is the Edge with the Gas Master Apples Aswani.
Tamaz, Raul.
And DJ More.
When did you know that you are an adult, Raul?
Am I one now already? Bado, I'm not sure. But I think the first time is when I started paying like my own rent. Paying my own bills. Nikajua kuna pay bill ya stima, kuna pay bill ya maji. I think paying rent is the first time ilini hit, and you had to plan, and ukikuja nyumbani upati chakula iko ready, like unapata nyumba venye ilikuwa. Unajua that's the first time I realized
mambo ni vulai.
And you, how
you talked about the paying tokens and everything, and I remember when paying tokens came, electricity kitambo ilikuanga tu mletongwa bill, then you send money, and everything. So kwetu iko imekuja. So I used to be fascinated when we went to campus. Now na kwa mabishongo yanakaa nje ya shule. So nasikia token imeisha na nafaa kubuy token. Every time unasikia Apollo ni buy token and niweke. I used to avoid the guy kuambiwa ni buy tokens because I didn't know how to buy the tokens na nitaeka aje.
You found that fascinating.
So like we talked about the tokens, and like right now as an adult in a place I pay the tokens.
How did you know you were an adult? When was the first time you were like, wait, if I have to do this then
I think when after I think around when I went to campus, the reporting day, because it happened that my parents were all caught up, and I'd like the reporting day ilikuwa pita that we got a deadline of a particular date of you're supposed to have reported by this particular date. Then like everyone is caught up in our family, and I'm supposed to go to school, and I was told you're now a grown up and shule. And I went, admitted myself, did everything niko kwa hostel nimekaa saizi, and they're like now this is I'm becoming an adult.
I'm becoming a man.
More?
I think it's the same case. Kampo pale nini. Nilienda na bro actually. Kufika pale bro, actually I went to the university a day before. Kuangalia tu kunakaa aje nini nione kama venye nilikuwa naambiwa at university kuko kama ni venye kuko, but otherwise nilipata vitu ni different. But now the admission day ni mimi nilijiadmit from the start to the end. Nilimaliza tu nikapata bro ametulia yeye ako tu kwa simu, ako tu zake. Nikajua hapa after tu alienda hivi nikajua bas. It's time. It's just me and the world now.
Wewe sijui kama wewe ulikuwa na present father and mother walikuwa admit Raul.
Mimi niliadmitiwa campus, niliadmitiwa na wazazi at that time, but I didn't also sleep in school. Nilikuwa naishi kwa wazazi bado. So at that time bado nilikuwa kama niko under their wings, bado wananilipia school fees, so wananipatia pesa, pocket money. I felt like bado I was not yet a man at that point, because I was still reliant on them. So I think the freedom, once I started relying on myself, is when for me it hit me that way. Now I don't have that like safety net of going back home, or I don't know if have you moved out? If you moved out and are living alone, how is that experience? Now you know like all the bills here and you unashughulikia like
the fact that you have to budget rent kwanza. The first thing inakuanga tu ni unamaliza rent, unaangalia steam umelipia, wifi iko checked in, maji imelipwa, alafu uko like nimelipa tithe. Sasa imebakia tufanye shopping 30 days. Uangalie team sherehe pia because lazima kidogo. So you budget with the kama nimebakia tu 5k unajua hapo, alafu pia umeka transport kando. So
how was that experience doing it for the first time?
Well, I think it already when I started doing it for myself, like living alone and everything, it wasn't as like wow, I'm now an adult, because when now I was inducted into campus and
you're living alone.
I started like doing my budgeting, the money that you said to nambo umetumiwa tao inafaa kumaliza wiki ama saa zingine wiki mbili, and you'll have to deal with that because you'll call uambiwe nilisema hiyo tao inaenda wiki mbili. So by that already I was already budgeting by myself.
That's interesting.
I think sasa hapo kwa kulipanga bill sasa sometimes unajipatanga uko venye umesema uko ina confusion ya ulipewa 2,000 alafu unaambiwa maybe hata ni ya mwezi mzima, uko zile za wiki ya kwanza already hata 1500 ishaisha. Unajiuliza sasa hizi wiki 2 ama 3 zimebaki utafanya aje? So that's where I learned some skills nini kudesign something ukapata hata saa hii naweza charge msee kitu nikimdesignia and so forth. So I think it pushes you in a position to even now it's up to you. Sasa kama amekwambia ni wiki 2 hauwezi na kikata simu ni hivyo
tu
so you have to go an extra mile of finding a way to get that extra cash.
You've mentioned something so interesting about like sasa umepata umepewa 2,000 alafu first week already 1,500 imeisha. Let's talk about how the remaining 500 how it carries you through the whole week ama even 2 weeks.
Now I realize that's what you really need.
But ukiwa na hiyo yote unashangaa venye inaisha but inabakia tu hata normally kama before payday ifike unakuwa umeacha maybe na kathao na venye itakupeleka unakula all the meals uko na
pale unaenda unaambia tu madhe nisaidie na chapo 2 na supu. Unajua kama life is very easy. Unapata chapati 2 ni 20 bob. Unaekewa tu supu hapo ama unaamua acha hii nipige tu hivyo.
Hizo siku zingine unaonanga tu chapati bila nyama hata izipita hapa kwa koo.
Yezi pita.
I think also the safety net. I think it's important also. What I realized or what I've been hearing is, you see, knowing that your parents are there as a safety net makes your mind a little bit settled. So from my friends or people, because I haven't experienced it, people who've lost that safety net or their parents.
Oh, you have your right now. You still have your parents as a safety net.
Yes. Not safety net, but I have both my
present
parents.
Mother and father. Unaona?
Both my parents. I thank God, but my parents are still alive. So once you lose your parents and now you don't have that person to rely on, suddenly I think you become an adult because you realize now. And then, or if you have children, like if you have children who you're taking care of, you become an adult like this. Like you just have to snap into it because you don't, especially if you have a child. Sijui kama kwa mtoto lakini watu wako na mtoto. Sijui kure kama unatuambia.
Sijui
unatuambia.
Uko na experience.
Ukiwa mtoto unakuwa adult.
It's definitely it's an automatic. Automation it's up to you.
With the interaction with Mula, money, like how did you realize in terms of money that you're now becoming an adult? You love to know. You can interact with us across the social platforms at Pearl Radio 109 FM. This is Pearl Radio, tuned into the edge with the gas master Aswani,
Tamaz, Raul,
DJ Moray.
Yes, and you talking about adulting and how some of the things, the key things in your life that show that now you're becoming adult. And I think you mentioned something about when you become a parent. You know, I don't know if you're a father, but if you're not, and if you are, what type of dad do you want to be?
A present dad, I think. A present dad, or a dad that your children are proud of. That is the kind of dad I would want. I'm not yet a father.
Okay.
I'm hoping one day.
Yeah, amen, hallelujah.
I'm practicing.
Yeah, Mure sijui ni wangapi sasa hivi?
Inategemea tunaongelea nini, but in that kitu yenye unajaribu kuinsist bado acha mambo ya bado.
Yeah, and today we want to talk about also dads and how like it's just a mark in life when you become a dad, you know. And sometimes people become dads even when they're very young, like I know of teens who are dad like a 19-year-old and 18-year-old, and we are not advising that you become a dad as early as that, but if it has happened, like also there's a way that you need to nurture your kids in a good way, especially your boys, because I feel like there's always a drift between boys and dads in kind of way, especially when now becoming teenagers. Hapo unapata hawasikizani, hawaonani. Mzee anakuja hivi, unatoka hivi. And on 14th of June we want to reunite you especially that ampatanangi na mzai ako huku. It's about time you make peace, you come together at the table, just have a good time. And we're inviting you for the letters to dad, that is fatherhood in the eyes of sons, because it's a documentary whereby we have three men who are going to be telling stories in the eyes of a son, things they use their dad did for them, things they feel like they miss. They're just generally talking about the relationship with their dad, and it's a good way to mark this year's Father's Day. It's going to be happening at the Parkland Baptist. And let me tell you one thing about this documentary film that is going to be happening is the tickets are flying.
Okay.
And I don't know if you've bought yours, Raul, because if not, by now at the gate you're going to be paying 2,000, because if you buy as early as now, you just pay 1,000 shillings.
Okay.
So it would be better, instead of paying 2,000 at the gate, just buy as early as now. 1,000 with the 2,000 now, buy at least for you and your dad, or buy for someone else.
For the dad, you buy for you and aunt.
Yes, and not only the dad, also you're also inviting the ladies. Come and witness this, because in one way or the other you've interacted with a son, or you'll interact with your son and a dad as well. So come and learn, and also a husband. So when you're having uko hapo na mtu wako, you understand some of these things, And how to get your ticket right now is through paying on the M-Pesa till number 9694207. The M-Pesa till number is 9694207. And if you want more information, you can call us. We are ready to receive you on 0799 969 969, 0799 969 969. And also you can use this other number, 0720 924 939. And together, let's rewrite the story of fatherhood together. Let this be a moment where we reconnect with our dads. Sons reconnect with their dads. You as a mom as well, you reconnect with your son through the documentary and the things you're going to pick out of the lessons, because we are going there for the lessons.
And so that's true, and many people are struggling because they don't have the father experience or the father present. And also I think this is open for people who are mentoring young boys or young girls and they want to experience that. So if you have people who you're discipling, you're working with, you're mentoring, this is an amazing event. That's great.
Yes, and we have special tickets for such kind of group. Like you're mentoring a group of boys, you'll want to pay them for to come as a group. Actually, there's also a ticket for you that's only 10,000. You get to pay for all of them and they come.
That's
all right. So we are meeting on the 14th of June at Parkland Baptist. Buy as early as now your ticket, that is only going for 1,000 shillings on the Pesa till number 9694207.